Hello again, it is Paul. I'd just like to thank all the people who watched yesterday. I got 5 views, so thanks for that. So yeah, it's out there now for the 5 viewers who watched it. Hi Mum, 4 times, and Ben, and Kim. Yeah, thank you for watching. That means a lot. So yeah, let's have a rant. So I thought I'd talk a bit more in depth about, this man, I use the term loosely, contacting my daughter. Like I said, I'm not going to mention his name because, well, he's not worth it. But basically what it was is, we suspected it was someone, so we contacted the police. And the police basically turned around and said, well, it's your fault. They blamed me and my daughter. And before this, I had a healthy relationship with the police, whatever that means. I wasn't one of those people who's like, fuck the police. But at the same time, I was never phoning the police every week, rambling. But basically I rang and I said, look, this is what's happening. This is who I think it is. Stop talking, there's people outside talking. Nonsense. So yeah, anyway, I'll try and out-talk them. I'm good at that. My voice is up here. Like when I do the podcast with Ben, I also do a podcast on Shame Gamers. I'll stick a link here, or here, or here. Probably. So yeah. So basically I phoned the police and said, look, this is what I think is happening. And, something needs to be done about it. And the policeman said, well, yeah, I know what needs to be done about it. Get your daughter off Facebook. If she didn't have Facebook, it wouldn't be happening. Now, yeah, you're right. If she didn't have Facebook, it wouldn't be happening to my daughter. He's right in that respect. But again, it would still be happening to somebody else's. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm the type of person who thinks, well, fair enough, it's not happening to my daughter, but what about everybody else's daughters and what about everybody else's sons? So I basically said to the police officer, I said, look, I 100% believe it's this person. I've got evidence, and I had a file. It was a thick file of all this stuff, and I thought, right, I'm just going to ignore him, and I'm going to take it to the police and get them to sort it out. So I ignored him. I took him to the police. He had also used a fake profile of a girl who was a friend of the family. Now, again, I'm not going to say who that is, but when I contacted the police the second time, and I said, look, this is who I think it is. I've been told it's my daughter's fault. I'm not happy with that, because I wasn't. Because at the end of the day, she was 11 when it first started. And the legal age for Facebook is 13. So what he's saying is that they'll deal with it when she's 13, but not when she's 11, because she's got Facebook early. Exactly. So I went to meet this mother of the person who's using a fake Facebook account. And I said, look, this is what's happening. She said, yeah, well, my daughter doesn't have Facebook. Again, backing up the theory that it wasn't somebody else using somebody's daughter's Facebook picture for whatever reason. So this person, who I thought was, I told the police officer that I met up with, and I said, look, this is who I think it is, 100%, in my gut feeling, it's him. So the police officer goes and tells this person. He tells this person that I suspect him, gives him the information that I had on him, and guess what happens? The account goes down. Now, well, like what? Exactly, the account goes down. So I'm thinking, well, fair enough, they've told him. Fucking morons have told him. So he's been given the time to delete all this stuff. So what I did was I contacted Dark Justice and said, look, the police aren't helping me. I don't know how you do this, but I think it's this person. So they said, leave it with us and we'll try and sort it out. They got some evidence. This was the first time, but they said it wasn't enough to meet this person, which is fine. But then it happened again. So instead of contacting the police, I thought, well, I'm just going to go back to Dark Justice and say, look, this is what's happening. And they were brilliant. They really were. They were great. They said, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm not going to say what it was because that's up to them, not me. This is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to catch this person. Now, I told them who I thought it was. Again, they didn't say anything about that. And I said, this is what doing. Asking inappropriate questions. Asking my daughter about her uniform and does she do her buttons up and stuff like that. And then it turns out, once he was caught, that he was asking about 13 kids. You know, the same questions. And the police, who arrested him after Dark Justice did their job for them, let him go. There's not enough evidence to suggest that he's doing this. They believed that this man in question was working with Dark Justice, or that he was trying to get a job with Dark Justice, so he was pretending to message young children to see if they were real young children. Now, this man categorically knew my daughter. He knew she existed. He knew her, okay? In what capacity, I won't say, but he knew it was her Facebook. He knew her. So, when I explained this to the police, they're sitting scratching their heads. Well, Now, don't get me wrong. They've gone into a profession to help people, to arrest the bad people, you know, and this guy categorically is a fucking bad person. And they let him go. Oh no, he's just misunderstood. Well, I'm sorry, but that's bullshit. Do you know what I mean? I'm misunderstood. This guy is a creep. So yeah, anyway, he's back out on the street now. And obviously because of anxiety, depression, you know, that I suffer with, I'm thinking, am I going to bump into this kid and what am I going to do? I'm not a violent person, but at the same time, how can I walk in the street past this idiot who I've seen in Wallsend as I've drove past? I've seen him just walking along in Wallsend like it's nothing. Like he's done nothing wrong. Now, what am I supposed to do when I walk past? Am I supposed to put my head down and walk past? I don't know. I mean, I don't want to go to prison because I've got kids. You know, I love my kids. I want to see my kids every day. But at the same time, is this sicko allowed to walk the streets? Do you know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying I'm going to beat him to death, even though I feel like it. But what I do think is that the police should be doing their job. Do you know what I mean? If someone throws a Mars bar up or down the burn, there's a SWAT van, there's 12 police, there's the SAS to turn up to cuff them, and they're jailed for 12 years. But a man who's messaging my daughter is back out on the streets, and he was messaging like 11 or 12 other kids. What does that tell you? Do you know what I mean? But the police think he's just misunderstood and that I've got it wrong. No, they've got it wrong. And now, obviously, I'm not saying he's Jimmy Savile, right? But is it going to be one of those things that in 20 years down the line, it's going to be a load of kids who've been abused by this man, and I knew about it, and the police did nothing? Do you know what I mean? And that fucks with my head. I'm not even going to lie, like to the point of tears sometimes. Like, I've given the police the evidence. I've told them. I've said, look, this is the man. This is what he's doing. The first time, they give the evidence to that man and said, look, something's going on. Yeah, look at it all. So now you've got time to delete that stuff. And then the second time, no, he's just misunderstood. So what's it going to be? The third, fourth and fifth time, oh no, it's definitely not him. And then the 10th time, there's some poor little kid who's been abused by this person. You know what I mean? That fucking drives me insane. I don't know if that makes me abnormal because I care about other people. I mean, do you know what I mean? This guy worked in a school environment, and it just makes no sense to me. Like, don't get us wrong, I love my kids, and my kids, they've got friends and their friends come over and I'm civil to them, but this guy was beyond that. He was like having an interest in these kids, like, come here, you do this with me. Do you know what I mean? That a parent isn't like that in my eyes. Do you know what I mean? You don't get a kid by themselves who's not your child and get them to do things. Do you know what I mean? I don't have any interest in doing stuff like that. But this man seemed to have. Do you know what I mean? And then fake Facebook accounts, and asking inappropriate questions to my daughter. Now, every time he messaged me daughter, because obviously I vet the Facebooks, it was me. 100% me every time. So everything he said, I've seen. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't let my daughter deal with that. I did. But at the same time, what effect does it have on my daughter? Because she knows. She's not stupid. Like this, she knows now that the world is full of evil, sick people. I mean, obviously, I've ranted. I've got it off my chest. So, you know, hopefully I'll feel better. I did yesterday when I did my overview of my issues. So hopefully it works again. I hope you come along on my journey, dude, to 2017. Hopefully we talk. You know, yesterday somebody messaged us and said, yeah, no, I deal with this as well. And although I know the whole world has got their own problems, it's nice to know that, you know, somebody, I can put a face to the problem that they have. So I'd just like to thank the person. I don't know if they want us to name them, but thank you. Hope you're watching this one. Nervous laugh. But yeah, so thanks for watching. Any questions? Comment below. Leave a like. And yes, I am wearing the same t-shirt as yesterday. Yes, it is Peter Pig. Deal with it. That's the type of bouse I am. Loser. Brackets loser. So, bye.